This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Well, good evening, and welcome you once again to the gymnasium on the campus of North Mason High School in Belfair, Washington, for the second game of our non-league girls and boys basketball doubleheader between Crosspoint and North Mason. I'm Dietrich Allen, and this is the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show. The boys' teams are now on the court, and this matchup has belonged to the Bulldogs. They have won the previous 7 games against the Warriors by an average margin of 20 points. This includes an 18-point win last year, a 26-point win the year before. The worst score was 69-37 on November 29th, 2005. The closest game was December 4th, 2006, when the boys from Belfair won 64-53. If you are from Crosspoint, this is not something you want to continue. Can the Warriors pull off an upset? Or here in Belfair, or will the Bulldogs continue to dominate? That's what we're here to find out. Coming up on the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show, we have starting lineups and a lot more. It's the second half of a non-league high school basketball doubleheader in Belfair. The Crosspoint Warriors at the North Mason Bulldogs. Next on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being brought to you by Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected, and Maple Glen Senior Living, celebrating the art of life.
There's always something happening at Maple Glen Senior Living in Shelton. Find out for yourself by scheduling a tour to see the senior living community at 1700 North 13th Loop. Call 360-427-0300 to set up a time, or you can attend one of Maple Glen's community events. There's a brunch Sunday from 10:30 to 1. How about an evening of holiday traditions on December 14th? Need some help wrapping your holiday gifts? Sit back, relax, leave the wrapping to Maple Glen. Maple Glen is also bridging the gap for those in need with a holiday gift drive for Mason County seniors and teens. Drop off non-perishable food items and gifts at 1700 North 13th Loop. Call Teresa or Stephanie for ideas and more information. That's Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton. 360-427-0300.
It may not seem fast or close to you, but 100 times a day we leave our office and put ourselves only a door away. An average of 2 patrol cars are struck and 1 trooper injured every month. It's Washington law that you slow down or move over when you see emergency lights ahead. We ask that while we're out here getting you and your family home safe every night, you help us get home safe to our families. Slow down and move over.
Well, welcome back to North Mason High School. Waiting for the tip-off between the boys from Crosspoint and the boys from Belfair. Let's give you the starting lineups while we have some light, because they'll turn them down. We'll start out with the Crosspoint Warriors. Aiden Lorian, a 6'9 senior. Grant Baker, a 5'11 junior. Nathan Taylor, a 6-foot junior. Jackson Kimmel, a 5'11 senior, and Alex Wirth, a 6'4 junior. For the Bulldogs, Trey Fisher, he's a 5'9 senior. Ryan Pearson, a 6-foot junior. Jamal Johnson, a 5'5 senior. Troy McCormick, a 6'2 junior, and Tanner Coldiron, a 6'3 senior. So it's Lorian, Baker, Taylor, Kimmel, and Wirth for the Warriors. Fisher, Pearson, Johnson, McCormick, and Coldiron for the Bulldogs. We're about a minute away from tip-off. We'll step aside. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Other TV providers force you to sign a long-term contract. Then you're stuck with years of second-rate service. Hood Canal Communications delivers stunning HD, plus bundled savings on super-fast internet and home phone, with no long-term contracts. It's all backed by an exceptional team of local service professionals. No contracts, no nonsense, just great service. Don't get stuck with a contract. Visit hcc.net to learn more.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Tuesday, you can watch the Mason County Commission. These live broadcasts air at 9 a.m., except on the fourth Tuesday of a month when the County Commission meets at 6 p.m. You can also watch the County Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
Frustrated by rising cable prices? You're not the only one. As your local cable TV provider, we work hard to give you the channels you want to watch the local news, enjoy family night, and cheer on your favorite sports team. We also fight to keep your rates fair, but at the negotiating table, large corporate broadcasters demand higher fees for their programming. As TV viewership goes down, broadcast rates continue to go up. It's not fair. None of us should cover their losses. Visit KEEPthe for more information on how we're working for you.
All right, you can tell we are back here at North Mason High School. Starting line is introduced under the light here at the center of the court. Wow, there goes some big lights. Okay, so we'll remind you of the starting five for both teams. Lorien, Baker, Taylor, Kimmel, and Worth. Fisher, Pearson, Johnson, McCormick, and Cold Iron for the Bulldogs. New coach for North Mason, Brett Skogstad. Yes, Brett Skogstad. It was just 7 years ago that I think I was calling his name on the court at the old school, as well as the state tournament and a lot of other places. And his father is an assistant, but a volunteer assistant. That's Larry Skogstad, very, very familiar to a lot of people out there. Anyways, we're ready for some basketball. First time we're going to see the Bulldogs and the Warriors this season. So Cold Iron and Worth will tip it off. Bulldogs win the tip. And quickly up to Pearson for three. Missed it. Rebound back out, way outside. To Fisher. Or to Jamal Johnson. And that is Pearson. Quick passes into the corner. Three on the way for Fisher. Off the iron. Rebound pulled down. Actually on the run. Off the bounce by the Warriors, and a three at the top doesn't fall in. Fisher with a rebound, throws it up, leave it for Jamal Johnson. What a move, can't get it to finish. Cold Iron with the rebound, and it'll turn around jump hook by Pearson, a no-go, and the Warriors will slow it down. That's Baker with it. Taylor. And Baker gets it again. And that's Kimmel. Kimmel stops, fade away at the box. Popped out, rebound, kicked around. And that was Worth with it. Missed it and pulled down by Cold Iron. And here comes Johnson. Jamal speeds across midcourt. Goes over to Pearson, back to Johnson. Johnson gonna be given a lane. Back to Pearson. Cold Iron now. Well, actually, no, that's not Cold Iron. Fisher, say he picked up his pivot foot. He's a little quick there on the pivot foot and first turnover of the ball game. 6:38 to go here, first quarter, no score. North Mason and Crosspoint. Crosspoint in the black with the red trim, I guess you can say. That's Kimmel with it. Lorian, down it goes to Worth. Nice extra pass, and Baker puts it up and in. Warriors strike first. Jamal Johnson with the ball. Goes to Pearson. Pearson to Cold Iron. Cold Iron to the hoop. Challenges the big man and puts it up and in. Tanner with the first bucket for North Mason. Tie game. 6 minutes nearly to go. First quarter action. Nice pass is good. And here's steal. Kimmel trying to double pump it. Got his own rebound. Put it back in. Popped out. Rebound. Worth puts it up. It popped out again. Still battling. Worth turn around. No. Taylor has a putback that time. Another second chance point. Worth, and there's going to be a foul under the basket. Going to go on North Mason. Boy, oh boy. That will go on McCormick. Troy McCormick with the first whistle. Inbounds from Taylor to Kimmel. Kimmel back and forth trying to attack the hoop. Scoops one up and in. 4-2 score. Full court press. Pierce picks it up to McCormick. McCormick to the hoop, puts it off the glass high. No rebound. Kimmel. Kimmel throws in the middle. And Jamal Johnson comes away with it. Fisher with a basket. Thank you. Jeez. All these spaces, and they have to step in front and kick it down. Good grief. 3 ball there for Pearson. Be right back. It's Mason Web TV powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living.
Technical difficulties here. It'll be cross-point ball. Kimmel trying to get past the pressure and a steal. Fisher to Pearson. It goes out of bounds. It'll be back to the Warriors. Inbounds to Kimmel. Taylor has it. Back to Kimmel. Kimmel to Baker. Baker 3 on the way. Off. Rebound. Kimmel had it. Lost it. Ball's poked out. Taylor for 3 at the top. That's short. Worth will save it. Inbounds to Baker. Up top. Kimmel 3 hits. McCormick gets the ball off the tippy tap, puts it up and in. 7-7 tie. Kimmel brings it up, launches it up, quick pass, and down it goes. Worth can't handle it, out of bounds. 2 turnovers on Crosspoint. Inbounds to Fisher. For the Cold Iron. Cold Iron bring it up. Nope, he'll throw it to Johnson. Back to Cold Iron. Up to Fisher, across the mid-court stripe. Back to Johnson. Johnson, center of the court. Over to McCormick. To Fisher. Back over to McCormick. McCormick pull-up jumper on the baseline. Short. Rebound. Cold Iron tried to get it. Can't pull it in. Here come the Warriors. Kimmel, extra pass in the corner. Short by Lorian. Ball pokes free, and Baker will track it down. Kimmel for 3. That's out the back of the iron. Cold Iron with the rebound. And off McCormick's elbow out of bounds and turnover. Let's see, we have Ryan McGanney checking in for the Bulldogs, and Austin Williams is in there as well. Sideline inbounds for Crosspoint, and an errant pass Cold Iron comes away with. Here comes Johnson out of the pack to the hoop. Puts it up, missed it, rebound Worth. Up to Baker. Baker back and forth. Pull-up jumper on the baseline. Goes in. 4 points for Grant. And it's a 2-point lead for Crosspoint. Johnson with it. Center of the court. Fisher. Fisher pull-up jumper for 3. Rattles that one in. Kimmel going one-on-one with Williams. Now it goes to Baker. Baker in the corner for 3. No. Rebound pulled down by McGanney. McGanney gets it out to Williams. Leaves it for Fisher. Fisher for 3. No. Rebound Baker. Baker stops, pops, in and out. Rebound McGanney. And a jump ball is called. That'll stay with the Bulldogs. Miller Campbell will be up off the Bulldog bench. They'll get Cold Iron. Let's see here. McArdle and Doty will step on for Crosspoint. It is Warrior ball, baseline inbounds, right of the backboard. Taylor will trigger the play, lob it all the way back. And there's Kimmel with it. Top to Baker. Baker for 3 at the top. Short. Rebound. Out of bounds. It'll be Bulldog ball. Fisher will inbounds it in the backcourt for North Mason, leading by a point. Oop. Deflected. Nice heads up move. Comes Jamal Johnson. Jamal Johnson to the hoop. The little man can't finish. Rebound pulled down by Dottie. Dottie to Kimmel. Kimmel behind the back dribble. Swinging over near side. Taylor for 3. Left alone. In and out. Rebound tapped out to the top. Pulled down by the Warriors. There's Kimmel with it. Kimmel set the play. Warriors trailing by 1 early. Fisher in there slapping at the ball. Side of the paint feed. Baker up top. Over to Taylor. Taylor to McArdle. Around the corner. Kimmel, 3, doesn't fall in. Rebound tapped by the Bulldogs. Here comes Fisher. Fisher out of the reach of Campbell. And over it goes to Crosspoint. Trevor Brown in for the Bulldogs. And Cold Iron will return. So it's Cold Iron, Brown, Williams, Campbell, and Fisher for North Mason. For the Warriors, Taylor the high post feed, deflected, stolen away by Williams. Williams one-on-one to the hoop, all around Brown. Into the corner now, McArdle. Up top to Baker. High post feed to Taylor. Taylor going to drive and challenge. Up fake stops. Yeah, missed the shot, got his own rebound. One dribble right back up. Missed the shot to do the foul. Foul on Miller Campbell. First personal, second team foul on North Mason. Brian Pearson in the scorer's table as Taylor misses the first free throw. He'll get another one. Lorian will return. Kimmel will get a rest. So you got Baker, Dottie, Taylor at the free throw line. Lorian, second free throw doesn't fall in. And McArdle on the court for the Warriors. North Mason with the ball. That's Brown. High post feed now. Fisher off of his ankle. 3 in the corner, off. Rebound pulled down by Lorian. Lorian pushes it up to Baker. Baker back to Taylor. Taylor hooks it over to McArdle. McArdle back to Taylor. Bulldogs in a 2-3 zone, it looks like. Up top, 3 on the way for Baker. Long rebound tracked down by Dottie. Baker, McCardle to Taylor. Taylor stripped of the ball. And Campbell came away with it and handed off to Pearson. Pearson, actually that was Cold Iron, excuse me. There's Brown. Brown looking for Fisher over to Pearson. Pearson will pull up at the box, miss the shot, rebound, pull down to McCardle. To Baker. Baker lets the quarter run out. North Mason up after 1, 12-9. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. We'll be right back.
Slow down.
Slow down and move over.
And move over.
When you see lights,
vests,
or reflectors,
please give us some room. Slow down and move over.
When you need us,
we've got your back.
Do you have ours?
You got our back?
You got ours? You got our back?
Please, slow down
and move over.
If you're interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Monday, you can watch the Shelton City Commission. These live broadcasts air at 6 p.m. on the first and third Monday of each month and at 2 p.m. on the other Mondays. However, you can watch the City Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
Waiting for the start of the second quarter. 12-9 is the score after 1. North Mason with the lead, and they will start out with the ball. Fisher, Campbell, Pearson, Cold Iron, and Brown out there for North Mason. For the Warriors, you've got Baker, Worth, Lorian, Kimmel back in there, and the fifth guy is McCardle. Brown high post feed, Cold Iron. Cold Iron double team, dribbles out of that double team. Still with the ball. Throw it over to Fisher near mid-court. Brown with it. Draws the double team to Fisher. Fisher with 14 on the shot clock. Cold Iron got it knocked out of bounds by McCardle. Right there at the middle of the bench for the Warriors. Inbounds to Fisher. Over to Brown, swing over to Pearson. Pearson will dribble out. They set the 5 on the shot clock. Over to Pearson. Pearson for 3. Rattled deep in that cup. Missed it. Fisher with a rebound. Went up fake once. Up and in for Gray. 5 points for Gray. McCardle gets the ball in the front court. Now there's Baker. To Kimmel. Over to McCardle. Fakes the 3. Leaves it for Lorian. Lorian missed the shot. Rebound, Cold Iron. Handed off to Brown. Quickly up to Pearson. Pearson extra pass down to Campbell. Missed the shot. Rebound, Worth. And here comes Kimmel now. Lorian with it. Baker now down to Worth. Worth turnaround. Jump shot on the box. Hit the front of the iron and dropped in. First basket for Alex. 3-point lead for North Mason. Brown bumped. Trying to turn up the court. That'll be the first team foul on Crosspoint. Personal foul went on Grant Baker, his first. So you've got McCormick and back in, and Austin Knight for the first time tonight. Far sideline, backcourt inbounds for North Mason. Brown will bring it up. High post feed tonight. 3 on the way by McCormick. Goes in. 5 points for McCormick. There's McCardle. McCardle to Kimmel looking for Worth. Lorian up top to Baker. Opposite side now McCardle. Side of the paint to Worth. Out it goes to Kimmel. Kimmel high on that arc. Missed the shot. Rebound controlled by Worth. Out it goes to Kimmel. Kimmel for 3 again. Short again. Rebound pulled down by Knight. And here comes Brown. Over goes to Cold Iron. Into the corner to Pearson. Back up top, setting the play is Brown. He's going to attack the hoop, scoop it up. Knocked out of bounds by the Warriors. Taylor returns for Crosspoint. Some more size in there as McCardle will sit down. The baseline inbounds for the Bulldogs. Brown has it now into the corner. Turnaround three from McCormick goes in. 8 points for McCormick. Kimmel top of the key now for Crosspoint. Knocked away, stolen, and here comes Pearson. Pearson to McCormick. McCormick up top goes to Cold Iron. Back over to Pearson. McCormick, three in the corner, opposite side. No. Rebound, Cold Iron. Setting it up. Back it goes. Pearson. Pearson for three at the top. That's short. And a rebound pulled down by Taylor. Taylor over to Kimmel. Kimmel drives, gets it out. Taylor over to Baker. Up top it goes to Kimmel. Kimmel high post feed to Taylor. Out to Lurian. Baker for three. Yes. 7 points for Baker. 6 point lead for North Mason. That's Brown. Nice handiwork with the ball. Is it to Knight? To McCormick, cutting the bucket, missed the layup. Rebound goes to Kimmel. Kimmel quickly up the other way, knocked out of bounds by Pearson. Jamal Johnson will step back onto the court for North Mason. And Ryan McGanny will also get some more time. So Brown will get the rest, and so does Cold Iron. So it's Crosspoint ball. Kimmel gets the inbounds. Ripped away by McGanny, and he is fouled. 4 turnovers on Crosspoint. Trey Fisher back in the ball game, and stepping on is DJ Doty for Crosspoint. And it's North Mason ball as Johnson will bring it across. Or bring it up, I should say. Throw it over near side. McCormick for three. Oh, that's off. Rebound. Kimmel lost it off of his knee out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bulldogs. 4 minutes, 7 seconds to go here in the half. 2014, North Mason leading. Fisher will trigger the play from the baseline. Left of the backboard. Bounce it into McGanny. Up fakes once. Double teamed. Stolen away by Lurian. Lurian leaves it for Kimmel. Kimmel hacked and fouled. The third team foul on North Mason. Personal will go on McGanny. It's his first. So at the line for 2 free throws is going to be Jackson Kimmel. 5 points tonight. First trip to the free throw line for Jackson. Short. You get another one. 4 minutes to go in the half. Second one fell off. Rebound tracked down by McCormick, and here comes Jamal Johnson. Over goes to Fisher. To Johnson, high post feed to McGanny. McGanny had his pocket picked, but they track it down. Johnson will set the play. Over goes to Fisher. Fisher pull up three. No. Rebound. Jackson had it. Or sorry, Taylor had it over to Kimmel now. Kimmel attacks, misses it. McGanny with the rebound. Gets it to Fisher in backcourt, and here come the Bulldogs. Over goes to McCormick. Back to Johnson. Jamal will back up and spread it out a little bit. Still on dribble, is going to attack the big. They slipped, and they're going to call that a travel. And that will be the 5th turnover on North Mason. Justin Wood will step onto the court first time. He will get Austin Knight for North Mason. Kimmel brings the ball across. Now there's Taylor looking for Baker. He'll bounce it to Dottie. Dottie throws it up top to Lurian. Over goes to Kimmel and to Baker, far side now. Cross court to Lorian. Into the corner to Taylor. Taylor, pull-up jumper on the baseline. Snuck that one in. First basket. And McCormick going the other way. Reverse layup doesn't fall. Rebound, the big man. Justin Wood, hook shot doesn't fall. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Dottie. Pearson will step in, replacing McCormick. 8 points for Troy. It'll be baseline inbounds for North Mason. Pearson will trigger the play from the left of the backboard. McCardle will step back on, and Baker will sit down for Crosspoint. So inbounds to Wood, up to Fisher. Fisher back to Pearson. Pearson attacks the hoop, gets the roll. 5 points for Ryan. Kimmel brings the ball up. McCardle. Kimmel, side of the paint jumper, no. Fisher with a rebound for North Mason. Throw it over to McGanny. Nice find. And Jamal Johnson couldn't get it to fall in. Saved in bounds. Scramble for it. Goes out of bounds. Should be white ball. And it is. North Mason ball, sideline inbounds. About the foul line extended. So McGanny will go over and inbounds the play. Gives it into Wood. And it back to McGanny. No, he'll keep it. Put it on the floor to dribble. Hand out to Fisher. Fisher in the corner. Nope, he still can't get it to Fisher. Fisher finally finds it. And there's Jamal Johnson. Steps back, sets the play. High post feed to Wood. One dribble to Pearson. Pearson stops at the top, and a timeout has been called. Full timeout has been called. We'll take a timeout on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
That's my neighbor Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a big mistake. Hey, Joe, think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have the utilities marked before you start digging?
I'm not digging very deep. It's no big deal.
No big deal.
Dad, the TV's out. Internet, too.
Remember, safe digging always starts with a free call to 811. Oh, what a knucklehead.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
Now, a Bulldog ball coming out of the timeout. They'll inbounds it from front of the scorer's table in backcourt. Johnson will step across midcourt, throw it over to Fisher. Fisher still one-on-one. Goes to the hoop, puts it up, and in. Trey Fisher with 7 points. There's Lorian with it. Bounce it over to Taylor. Taylor trying to drive. He'll hand it off. Quick passes. And Worth pass deflected out of bounds. It stays with the Warriors. 18 on the shot clock. 1:06 to go here, second quarter. Lob it in the middle. Kimmel off the glass. No. Rebound Pearson. Comes Johnson. Johnson to Pearson up top. It's going to attack. Finds the big man Wood. Wood trying to make something happen. Put it up, miss the shot. Rebound is ping-ponging around. McGanny with the rebound. Wood with the jumper doesn't fall, and then that is Lorian with the rebound. Here comes Kimmel. Oop, ball's free off the shoulder of Taylor to Worth. Worth is going to drive, stumble, and they're going to say he traveled. 5 turnovers on Crosspoint. 39.6 seconds to go here in the half. 24-16 is the score. Campbell and McCormick are going to get set to step back on. So Wood will sit down, and so will McGanny. Justin Wood, 6'3". So McCormick gets it into Johnson. Bulldogs are going to slow the pace down a little bit. Johnson over to McCormick, fakes the three to Fisher. Fisher took some steps. And I have 6 turnovers on North Mason. 27.3 seconds to go in the half. Cross-point ball. Kimmel will bring it up. Goes to Lorian. Kimmel inside the paint. Back to Taylor. Taylor for 3. Nope. Rebound McCormick on the run. Try to get the ball to Johnson, but he ends up traveling. 10.9 seconds to go in the half. 24-16 is the score. North Mason up. Crosspoint with the ball. Lorian. Quick passes. Kimmel steps back for 3 at the buzzer. No. And half we head with North Mason up 24-16. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back with the Maple Glen Senior Living halftime show in a moment. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Monday you can watch the Shelton City Commission, while you can catch the Mason County Commission every Tuesday. These are live broadcasts, but you can also watch them online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications' local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, your source for local information.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
It's halftime. North Mason leading Crosspoint 24-16. They did it behind the 8 points of Troy McCormick, 7 points from Trey Fisher, 5 from Ryan Pearson, a bucket for Austin Williams, and a bucket for Tanner Coldiron. For the Warriors, Grant Baker is 7 points, 5 for Jackson Kimmel, a basket for Nathan Taylor, and a basket for Alex Worth. Turnovers, well, pretty even there. The Bulldogs actually have committed 2 more than the Warriors. They have 7 by my count, and the Warriors only have 5. So I think that's what has kept the Warriors in this ballgame. So that's where we sit right now. Not too many fouls called. Let's see here. The Warriors are 0 for 4 at the free throw line. And the Bulldogs haven't even been to the free throw line tonight so far. So we are about, got lots of time here in halftime. Earlier tonight, the Lady Bulldogs did beat Crosspoint by a score of 57-29. They were led by Haley Simonson's 23 points. Got 10 from Amber Johnson. In the losing effort, Joelle Zawalski finished with 13 points, and Emily Kimmel had 10. Bulldogs are now 3-2. Lady Bulldogs, that is 3-2 on the season. But we have the boys game ahead of us, another half coming your way. We will take another timeout. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a very big mistake. Hey, Joe, you think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have your underground utilities marked before you start digging?
John, that's just for big projects.
Actually, it's for any digging project. Hey, congratulations, Joe. You found your electric line. Remember, safe digging always begins with a free call to 811. You want to borrow my phone, buddy?
It may not seem fast or close to you, but 100 times a day we leave our office and put ourselves only a door away. An average of 2 patrol cars are struck and 1 trooper injured every month. It's Washington law that you slow down or move over when you see emergency lights ahead. We ask that while we're out here getting you and your family home safe every night, you help us get home safe to our families. Slow down and move over.
Halftime here in North Mason. Bulldogs leading 24-16 over the Crosspoint Warriors. The North Mason team has won all their games, at least from my research. 7 of the games, 7 of the meetings with the Crosspoint by large margins. Crosspoint probably would like to steal one up here in Belfair. And we still have another half to go to find out. And this is the Maple Glen Senior Living halftime show. And we'll be right back with more from Belfair.
Welcome to the Maple Glen Senior Living Resident Spotlight. Meet Harrison Pinky Newharth.
This used to be bright red.
He was dubbed Pinky while working at the shipyard.
Some guy called me Pinky, and it stuck. And I've had it ever since 1940.
Pinky handled blueprints at the shipyard.
We had one guy in there that I used to play tennis with. Come to find out, he was a spy. And they came in one day when I was sitting there and they arrested him right in the office.
He spent some time in the military before retiring as a Seattle City bus driver.
22 and a half years. Had one chargeable accident in that length of time.
Pinky has been married for 61 years.
I proposed to her on the end of February after meeting her, just going with her for just a month.
They built a house on Lake Cushman.
All with volunteer labor, with lots of beer to keep them satisfied.
Pinky moved into Maple Glen in 2012. If he's not on his computer, you can find Pinky calling Bingo.
Call Bingo here twice a week.
To schedule a tour and meet residents like Pinky, call Maple Glen at 360-427-0300.
By rising cable prices? You're not the only one. As your local cable TV provider, we work hard to give you the channels you want to watch the local news, enjoy family night, and cheer on your favorite sports team. We also fight to keep your rates fair, but at the negotiating table, large corporate broadcasters demand higher fees for their programming. As TV viewership goes down, broadcast rates continue to go up. It's not fair. None of us should cover their losses. Visit KEEPthe for more information on how we're working for you.
There's always something happening at Maple Glen Senior Living in Shelton. Find out for yourself by scheduling a tour to see the senior living community at 1700 North 13th Loop. Call 360-427-0300 to set up a time, or you can attend one of Maple Glen's community events. There's a brunch Sunday from 10:30 to 1. How about an evening of holiday traditions on December 14th? Need some help wrapping your holiday gifts? Sit back, relax, leave the wrapping to Maple Glen. Maple Glen is also bridging the gap for those in need with a holiday gift drive for Mason County seniors and teens. Drop off non-perishable food items and gifts at 1700 North 13th Loop. Call Teresa or Stephanie for ideas and more information. That's Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton, 360-427-0300.
We're about a minute away from the start of the third quarter here in North Mason. The Bulldogs leading Crosspoint tonight, 24-16, the second half of a boys and girls doubleheader. The girls earlier, the Lady Bulldogs did beat Crosspoint by a large margin. And for whatever reason, I can't remember it. It's 57-29. Right here, the Bulldogs pretty even across the board on scoring. Leading scorer for North Mason, Troy McCormick. Leading scorer for Crosspoint is Grant Baker. McCormick has 8, Baker has 7. So it looks like Baker, Kimmel, Lorian, Taylor, and 34. See, Taylor and 44. Okay, that's Worth. Will start for the Warriors. Defensively, you have Pearson, Johnson, Fisher, McGanney, and McCormick on the court for North Mason. Lorian with it. Up top to Baker. Back over to Lorian. Swinging over to Kimmel, down to Taylor, and we have a whistle on the Bulldogs, I believe. McGanney picked up his second personal, trying to defend under the box. So the baseline inbounds for Crosspoint. Into Kimmel. Kimmel for 3, missed it, knocked out of bounds. And like I say, it goes off Fisher. So it'll be a baseline inbounds for Crosspoint. This time the right of the backboard. Taylor triggers the play. Lob it up top, and Pearson comes away with a snag. And trying to get it down to Johnson, stolen away, or near stolen away. Johnson, they're still fighting for it. McGanney. And what do we have here? There's a fight for it. I think we have a jump ball. That'll go over to the Bulldogs. Baseline inbounds, and Pearson will trigger the play from the left of the backboard. Getting to McGanney. To Johnson up top. Over it goes to Pearson. Pearson for 3. Nope. Rebound. McCormick had it, but Taylor tracks it down. And there's Kimmel with it. Kimmel to Baker. Into the corner now. To Lorian. To the box. And Taylor. Taylor double team. Dribbles it to Baker. Baker trying to drive. Hooks it over and out of bounds. Trying to get it to Lorian. So it's Bulldog ball, and Jamal Johnson will bring it across midcourt. If I can catch up with him. Over to Fisher. Fisher, 2 steps to the hole, misses the layup. Rebound, Kimmel. Kimmel to Baker, and here come the Warriors. Kimmel over to Lorian. Up top now. Baker for 3 at the top. No. Rebound, long rebound, tracked down, saved in bounds by Taylor off of McGanney. It'll be Warrior ball, sideline inbounds, foul line extended. Baker will inbounds it to Kimmel. Kimmel back to Lorian. Lorian to Kimmel. And the ball ping-pongs around. Worth will put it up and in. It's only his second basket. 6'4". He should have a little bit more of a easier time. High post feed to McCormick. And up to Pearson. Pearson to Johnson. Johnson to Fisher. Over to Pearson. Pearson drives baseline. Pulls up on the baseline. Misses the shot. Got his own rebound. Fades away and puts it in. 7 points for Ryan. Kimmel brings the ball across the timeline. Finds Lorian. Back to Kimmel. Kimmel dribble penetrates. Little scoop shot. A little too hard. McCormick with the rebound. Gets it up to Pearson. Pearson to McGanney. McGanney's shot can't fall. Rebound pulled down by Taylor. Here comes Baker. Up it goes. to Kimmel, to Baker for 3. No. Rebound in, goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Warriors as McGanny and Lorian are fighting for it in that far corner. So it'll inbounds it on the baseline. Taylor will inbounds it, gets it in to Kimmel, blocked out of bounds by McGanny. Nice play by Ryan. It'll be a baseline inbounds for the Warriors. Taylor to Lorian to Baker. Into the corner to Taylor. Guarded by Fisher. He'll try to go on Fisher. Spinning to the baseline, stumbles. And they're going to call travel on him. I have 8 turnovers on Crosspoint in the ballgame. 5:20 to go, third quarter, 26-18. And Jamal Johnson will bring it up the court. Coach Skogstad's trying to get his guys to go. Johnson to the hoop on the drive. What a nice move for the little man. Say little, he's 5'5". There's Baker in the corner. Down to Taylor. And a foul on McCormick. That's his second team foul on North Mason. Baseline inbounds for Crosspoint into Worth. Worth up and in, and a foul. Really? Okay. McCormick again, I believe. It'll be 2 quick fouls on McCormick. And Worth for 3-point play. Nope, Fisher with the rebound. And it off to Johnson, and here come the Bulldogs. Over goes to Pearson. Pearson driving baseline. Up to Johnson. Over to McCormick. To Fisher now. Fisher pulls up inside the 3-point arc, puts it up short. McGanny had the rebound. Saved inbounds. Nope, it hit the back of the backboard. That should be, no. Yes, it should be white ball. That's right. Austin Williams will step onto the court for North Mason, replacing McCormick. Pearson will inbounds it, left of the backboard on the baseline. Gonna lob it up, and Trey Fisher, that's a turnover. Couldn't find it. Here comes Kimmel the other way. Lost the ball out of bounds. Nope, they're gonna say blocked out of bounds. It's 8 turnovers on North Mason. First in the half. Inbounds to Worth. Turnaround jumper doesn't fall. Tried to get his own rebound. Pearson can't quite track it down. It stays with the Warriors. Inbounds to Worth. Worth double teamed. He's slapped and fouled by Trey Fisher. I heard that all the way up here, Trey. Probably 4 team fouls on number 3 should be get it. They're going to give it on 1. Okay. So that'll be 3 on McGanny. Pearson will get a rest. Campbell will be back in. Taylor inbounds it. Gets it back to Worth. Worth on that box. He's been a monster, and he puts it up and in. He's got 6 points in the half, 8 in the game. There's Fisher crossing the midcourt and attack the basket. And there's the first whistle on the Warriors in the half. That'll go on Worth. His first. Oh, let's say second. I have 1 on Worth. Inbounds from the baseline for Trey Fisher. He throws it into McGanny. McGanny tried to get it to either Fisher or Williams, threw out of bounds. That'll be 9 turnovers on North Mason. Here comes Baker. Baker over to Kimmel. Kimmel to Worth. Back up top to Baker. Now into the corner. It's Taylor this time. Up fakes. Puts it up. Misses a shot. And the ball hits the floor. Scramble for it. And we have a jump ball. That will stay with Crosspoint. So Taylor will inbounds it. 6-point lead for the Bulldogs. And into Baker. Baker shoots the baseline jumper, misses it. McGanny with the rebound. He's just, and they're going to get McGanny for what a flop on that one. Are they going to get McGanny for this one? That's just trying to protect himself. Oh boy, they're going to get him for an intentional foul. Poor McGanny. Ryan has had some trouble down there trying to do defensive and just can't quite do it. So it's going to be 2 shots and the ball back. Taylor will get 2 free throws, and then the Warriors will get the ball back. Yep, he missed it. So here, Brown, McCormick, and I believe Cold Iron will be ready to check back in. As Taylor hit the second of the 2 free throws, it will be, oh, it's Pearson will be back in. Okay. Where is Cold Iron? I don't even see him on the bench. Inbounds to Kimmel. Kimmel short on the jumper, and a rebound goes to Pearson, and there should be a foul on Crosspoint, and it should go on Taylor. Nope, they're going to get it on Worth. Be his second. Or a third by official count, so we'll just chalk it up there, the 3. 2 team fouls on on Crosspoint, 5 on North Mason. Full court press, inbounds goes to Brown. Brown stops on the dribble, throws it to to Williams. Williams up to Campbell for 3. There is a miss on the shot, but a whistle away from the ball. And that'll go on Pearson. Okay. Away from the ball, I didn't see what happened. Here comes Baker for Crosspoint. Over goes to Lorien. Lorien down to Taylor, out to Baker. Baker took steps. There's the 9th turnover on Crosspoint. Fisher back in the ball game. North Mason ball. Fisher get it in to Brown. Brown up to Fisher. In midcourt, nice little move there. Throws it over to Campbell in the corner. Back to Fisher. Fisher up top to Brown, over to Pearson. Pearson gets a screen and finds Fisher. Fisher to the paint, steps right into the hoop, puts it up, missed the shot, but drew the foul. Nice slashing Trey Fisher. And Worth just picked up his 4th personal foul. Fisher hits the front of the rim and dropped in the first free throw. His 8 points tonight. Worth will sit down, and Dottie will step in to replace him. .302 to go, third quarter. Fisher's second free throw. Goes in. Comes Kimmel bringing the ball up. Over to Baker near side. Back to Kimmel. And on the other side to Lorien. Back to Kimmel between the circles. Gets a screen. Stops. Looking for the pick and roll with Taylor. Taylor for 3. Nope. Rebound. McCormick had it. Loses it, but rolls to Fisher. Fisher on the run for North Mason the other way. Hesitates. Goes attack the basket. He'll get that one to roll in. There's Baker with it. Down it goes to Taylor. Taylor trying to spin on Campbell to Lorien to Baker. Baker for 3. No. Rebound goes to Kimmel. Kimmel right back up and in. Kimmel with 7 points tonight. Brown will throw it up to Fisher. Fisher way outside. Cross court to Pearson. Pearson. Low looks down to Campbell. Campbell off the glass. Oh, can't finish. Taylor with a rebound. And here comes Kimmel. Kimmel behind the back over to Taylor, or to Baker. Baker down. Oh, tried to get it down to Taylor, threw it away. That's the 10th turnover on Crosspoint. Harrison McArdle will step back onto the court for Baker. And again, full court press for the Crosspoint. McCormick looking to get it inbounds. Will throw it into Brown. Brown will go to the middle of the court on the dribble. Bounce it over to Campbell. Campbell to Fisher. Fisher driving baseline. Throws it up top to Pearson, over to Brown, to McCormick. McCormick driving baseline. Pull-up jumper for McCormick. No. Rebound, Taylor. Taylor to Kimmel. Over to Lorien. To Taylor. To McArdle. Up top. Lorien over to Kimmel. Down to the Dottie. And he missed the catching the pass. And here comes Fisher the other way. To McCormick driving baseline. Stops on. Puts it up. Missed it. Knocked it out of bounds. It'll stay with Crosspoint. Actually, we'll go over to Crosspoint. Austin Knight back on the floor for North Mason. Crosspoint with the ball, trailing by 7 now. Under a minute to go, 56 and counting. Lorien with it. Over to McArdle. McArdle to Kimmel, quick pass down to Taylor. Stops on the box. And there's going to be a foul on the Bulldogs. And that foul will go on Austin Knight, his first. It's going to be the 7th team foul on North Mason. So that sends Nathan Taylor to the line. He's 1 for 4 at the free throw line. And the last time he was there, he missed the front end, but he hit the front end of this one. He'll get one more. Cutting into this Bulldog lead. 44.2 seconds to go in the third quarter, 32-26. Second free throw off, rebound Knight. Get it to Brown. Brown can't handle it and it goes out of bounds. 10 turnovers on North Mason. So Taylor will inbounds it to Kimmel. Kimmel right to the hoop, scoops it up and in. 9 points for Jackson. Brown to McCormick. Here come the Bulldogs. McCormick to the three-point arc. Up top goes, actually near the midcourt circle, to Brown. Looking for a high post feed to McCormick. Gets a high post feed, however, to Knight. Knight will hand it off to Pearson. Pearson for 3, short. Knight with a rebound, right back up. Missed it. Oh, but he did get it to drop in, and he got the foul. I thought he missed that one. But he'll get a possible three-point play for the Bulldogs. TJ Doty picked up the foul. It's his first. And Baker returns for Crosspoint, replacing Doty. And Austin Knight's at the free throw line for possible three-point play on his first bucket. Missed it. Rebound goes to Taylor. Taylor gets up to Kimmel. Kimmel up the far sidelines to McArdle. McArdle back to Kimmel to Baker. Baker, runner at the foul line, goes in. Boy, how did he get that to fall in there at the buzzer? So we head to the fourth with a 4-point lead for North Mason, 34-30. We'll be right back. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
It may not seem fast or close to you, but 100 times a day we leave our office and put ourselves only a door away. An average of 2 patrol cars are struck and 1 trooper injured every month. It's Washington law that you slow down or move over when you see emergency lights ahead. We ask that while we're out here getting you and your family home safe every night, you help us get home safe to our families. Slow down and move over.
Waiting for the start of the fourth quarter. 4-point lead for North Mason, 34-30. It will be Bulldog ball to start the fourth. And they come out with Knight, McCormick, Jamal Johnson, Pearson, and Fisher. For Crosspoint, it's Baker, Kimmel, Lorian, McCardle, and Taylor. Inbounds in the backcourt to Johnson. Over it goes. McCormick to the foul line, now to Johnson. Johnson fakes that three, throws it to Pearson. Pearson back to Johnson. Johnson over it goes to McCormick. McCormick driving baseline, puts it off the glass, and then actually didn't hit the glass, just dropped it in. 10 points for McCormick. Kimmel over to Lorian. Lorian to Baker, opposite side. Looking for McCardle between the circles. He's going to leave it for Lorian to Baker to Kimmel to Baker to Kimmel. Kimmel for three. No. Rebound. Knight had it, lost it, goes right to Lorian. Down it goes to Taylor. Taylor puts it up short, missed it. Got his own rebound. Out it goes to Baker for three. Top. Yes. 12 points for Grant. And it's a 3-point lead for North Mason. McCormick will get it inbounds to Fisher. Trail being across. Leave it there for Johnson. Johnson up top to McCormick. Over to Pearson. Pearson, center of the court. Looking for Johnson. Johnson with the dribbles. Find McCormick off his hands, and it'll be Kimmel getting it. Nice move. Puts it up and in. 11 points for Jackson, and it's a 1-point lead for North Mason. Off the Bulldogs' 11th turnover. Fisher having a little trouble dribbling. They'll get it to Pearson. Pearson will be fouled. There'll be 5 team fouls on Crosspoint. Personal foul will go on McCardle. That's his first. Big man Worth back in the ball game for Crosspoint. Taylor will sit down. Worth 6'4". He stands quite a bit taller. Inbounds to Knight. Knight hits foul but no call. McCormick with the rebound. His shot's short. Worth with the rebound. And here come the Warriors. Potential to take the lead. Johnson picks the pocket. He's going to attack the basket. Blocked out of bounds. No whistle, but it stays with the Bulldogs. Jamal just shakes his head. The little man challenging taller guys. 1-point lead for North Mason. They have the ball. Baseline inbounds. McCormick inbounds it to Knight. Knight up to Fisher. Fisher over to Pearson. Pearson to McCormick. Knocked out of bounds by Kimmel. It'll stay with the Bulldogs in their front court. Sideline inbounds at the end of the bench. McCormick will trigger the play. Under 6 minutes to go here in the ball game. 1-point lead for North Mason. Inbounds to Johnson. Johnson on the dribble, trying to get by Lorian. He's going to attack, puts it up, and in the foul. Nope, he missed it, but he got the foul. Lorian picked up his first, 6th team foul on Crosspoint. And Jamal Johnson, first free throw? Nope. Get one more. Miller Campbell will step on, and McCormick gets a little bit gimpy. Johnson's second free throw hits about every part of that rim before dropping in. He's got 3 points tonight, and it's a 2-point lead for North Mason. Here comes McCardle, leaving the ball there, and Johnson with the steal leaves it for Pearson off the glass and in. Kimmel to Baker. Baker over to Lorian. Now there's McCardle. Down to Worth. Worth drives baseline. Missed the runner on the baseline. Fisher with the rebound. Petty pats the dribble. Still trying to maintain control. He'll throw it down to Knight. Knocked out of bounds by Worth. 4-point lead for North Mason. 5:12 to go in the ball game. Baseline inbounds for the Bulldogs. Pearson in. We have a offensive foul. Oh boy, away from the ball on, was that Austin Knight? Wow. Under 5 minutes to go here in the game. 4-point lead for North Mason. Crosspoint with the ball. Inbounds goes to Baker. Baker will bring it up. Kim will go on the left. Now Kimmel gets the ball. Over to Lorian. Lorian looking for Worth. Finds Baker on the opposite side. Looking for Taylor now. Baker down to Taylor. Taylor, extra pass down to Worth. Missed it, but Knight with the defense bothered the shot. Actually called with the foul. That'll be 3 on Austin. And at the line for 2 free throws is Alex Worth. I have 0 for 1. Oh. 1 for 2 at the free throw line. Give him 9 points. McCormick will step back in. Knight will sit down. 3-point lead now. Worth can make it a 2-point lead. 4:35 to go in the ball game. Does. 10 points for Alex. Johnson brings the ball up for North Mason. 4.5 minutes to go. Over to Fisher. Fisher working near side. Gets a screen from McCormick. Drives into the paint. Double punch. Had contact. Ball popped out. No whistle. Ball's free. Kimmel comes away with it. And here come the Warriors. Potential to tie. Over to Baker. Baker for the lead. No rebound. Slap down. McCormick controls it. Double team. Spins out of the double team. He's going to be finally called for. Somebody's going to be called for a foul over there. McCormick hits the deck. That'll be 7 team fouls on the Bull, or on the Warriors, and if it went on Worth, that's 5 on him. We have a timeout, so 30. We will keep it right here. Little reset here. Bulldogs have been up by as many as 9. And the Warriors have been able to come back and pull within 1. Now they're within 2. Had their opportunities to take the lead. They just have not been able to finish. I remind everybody that this is probably the closest game these two teams have played since they started playing each other, or at least since 2005. That's right. It is a 2-point lead for North Mason. And it's a 1-and-1 for Troy McCormick. First trip to the free throw line, he has 10 points tonight. In and out, Fisher steals the rebound away to Pearson, to Johnson, to McCormick. McCormick gets a screen from Campbell. Pick and roll, Campbell will take the 3. Yes! And here comes Kimmel. Kimmel over to Lorian. Finds Kimmel in the corner down to Worth. Worth turnaround jumper. It goes in. I'm not sure why Worth is in there. I have 5 on him. Maybe it's just 4. High post feed to McCormick. To Johnson. Johnson over to Fisher. Fisher gets a screen. Leaves it there for Campbell. Campbell tied up a little bit and had a little A, but Fisher will launch a 3, miss it. Rebound tipped into Campbell. Campbell loses the handle, but it'll go on the baseline as off of Baker. So the Bulldogs with 33 on their shot clock, leading by 3. 3:11 to go in the ball game. Inbounds to Campbell, to Fisher. Fisher to Johnson. Over to Pearson. Pearson for 3 in the corner. Yes! Give him 12 and a 6-point lead now. Lorian back to Baker, back to Lorian, looking for the big man. Now a quick pass to Taylor. Taylor, foul line jumper, actually side of the paint jumper, popped out. Baker with a rebound, hook shot, yes! 14 points for Baker, and it's a 4-point lead for North Mason. Johnson with the ball, center court circle. Jab steps, trying to get some dribbles off. Pick and roll with Campbell. Campbell for three, the top, short. Rebound pulled down by Kimmel. Kimmel on the run the other way. Stops, pops, side of the paint. Nope. Rebound Baker. Baker will turn around, get it down to Worth. Worth backs down, turns it up and in. Gotta find an answer for the big man there. 2-point lead for North Mason. Timeout called. Full one. Bulldogs up by 2. 2:07 to go in the ballgame. We'll be right back.
Other TV providers force you to sign a long-term contract. Then you're stuck with years of second-rate service. Hood Canal Communications delivers stunning HD, plus bundled savings on super-fast internet and home phone, with no long-term contracts. It's all backed by an exceptional team of local service professionals. No contracts, no nonsense, just great service. Don't get stuck with a contract. Visit hcc.net to learn more.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Tuesday, you can watch the Mason County Commission. These live broadcasts air at 9 a.m., except on the fourth Tuesday of a month when the County Commission meets at 6 p.m. You can also watch the County Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
So we're back here at North Mason High School. 2-point lead for North Mason. Bulldogs have the ball coming out of this timeout. They have McCormick, Johnson, Fisher, Knight, and Pearson inbounds to Johnson in the back court. And 2 minutes to go here in the game. High post feed to Knight. Almost lost it, finds Fisher. Fisher, pull-up jumper. We have a traveling call on the Bulldogs. 13 turnovers. 2-point lead now. The Warriors can tie or take the lead, and they've been going down to Worth all in the second quarter, or second half, I should say. Baker to Kimmel. They're fronting Taylor. Baker hooks it over to Lorian. Lorian up to Baker. Baker to Kimmel. Still looking low. They're fronting their defense. Baker for three. Yes! Oh boy, big three there. And Crosspoint has, I believe, is their first lead of the night. High post feed to McCormick, to Fisher. Fisher over to Pearson. Pearson for three to answer. No. Rebound, McCormick had it, but lost it to Kimmel. Here come the Warriors, leading by 1. Going to be met there by Johnson, but gets a pass to Baker. Now here's Lorian. Lorian to Kimmel. Kimmel. Double team to the Baker, finds Baker. Baker to the top, over to Kimmel. Kimmel for three. Nope. Rebound. Pearson, but they're going to get Pearson over the back. And Taylor wants some foul on the other side. But Pearson is going to be called for over the back. That's 2 on him. 8 team fouls on North Mason. Nope, that's 10 actually. So it's 2 shots for Lorian. Aiden Lorian has yet to score tonight. He has not been to the free throw line. Put some distance with 2 free throws. Missed the first one, he'll get one more. 1-point lead for Crosspoint. And the Warriors, Aiden Lorian can give him a 2-point lead, and he does. Quickly, the inbounds goes to Johnson. Johnson gets a screen from Fisher. He's going to attack the basket. Put it up and in, the little man. Ties the ball game at 47. Kimmel will bring the ball up. Over to Baker, looking for Taylor. Double team, throws it to Taylor. Taylor out it goes to Kimmel, down to Worth, off his hands, out of bounds. Bulldog ball. 25.1 seconds to go here in the ball game. Full timeout called by North Mason. We'll take a breath ourselves. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
Frustrated by rising cable prices? You're not the only one. As your local cable TV provider, we work hard to give you the channels you want to watch the local news, enjoy family night, and cheer on your favorite sports team. We also fight to keep your rates fair, but at the negotiating table, large corporate broadcasters demand higher fees for their programming. As TV viewership goes down, broadcast rates continue to go up. It's not fair. None of us should cover their losses. Visit KEEPtheConnections.com for more information on how we're working for you.
25.1 seconds to go here in the ball game, that is. All tied up at 47. It's Bulldog ball. They have to go the full length of the court. And of course, Crosspoint's going to press. McCormick will inbounds it. Looking for Fisher. Gets it into Johnson. Johnson in backcourt. Finds McCormick. McCormick lobs it to Fisher. Fisher, as Coach Skokstad's telling, go, go, go. Fisher crosses midcourt. 13 seconds now. Fisher trying to go one-on-one. Almost had the ball picked by Baker. Going to step back. It's 7 seconds now. Fisher for three. At the buzzer, no. Rebound stripped by McCormick. McCormick, turnaround jumper. Did he get it off? No. Doesn't fall anyways. We go to OT. Wow. We'll be right back as we head to OT, all knotted up at 47. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
I lost my mother to a drunk driver. She taught me to be kind and good and strong. Be a positive force in a sometimes cruel world. I want to do everything I can to keep Washington a beautiful place. For my children, for your children. Become a Washington State Trooper.
Emerging science indicates access to high-speed internet during the school years can lead to positive outcomes, including, but not limited to, streamlined acquisition of data, academic achievement, career advancement, satisfying relationships, cuter children, joy. Our scientific conclusion? Call now and get the HCC Internet and Voice Bundle for the everyday low price of $44.95. Call today and save.
So we head to OT. North Mason and Crosspoint knotted up in a good one, 47 all. We have 4-minute OT period. Bulldogs have Johnson, Pearson, Knight, Fisher, and McCormick. The Warriors, Baker, Worth, Kimmel, Lorian, and Taylor. And the tip is in the front court. And here is Baker. Baker over to Lorian. Lorian for three, missed it. Rebound goes to McCormick. McCormick on the run for the Bulldogs. Over to Fisher. Fisher right to the bucket. Stripped from behind. Knight had it, lost it. Ball goes into the corner. They're going to say that's off of Knight. Knight took a finger to the eye. And it'll be in the corner. Bulldogs are not going to gamble. They're going to back off and let them bring it up. Here comes Kimmel. Over to Baker. Down it goes to Taylor. Turnover. Here comes McCormick. And Johnson. Over to Fisher. Fisher driving baseline. Over to big man. Missed it. Rebound goes to Worth. Here comes Baker. Baker finds Kimmel. That's Kimmel. Three. No. Worth with the rebound. Mugged and fouled underneath. And that will go on Trey Fisher, his first. At the line for a couple of free throws, Alex Worth. 14 points He's 2 for 3 at the free throw line. Got the first one. Campbell will step back in. Knight will sit down. Worth's second free throw goes in. And there come the Bulldogs looking to answer. Johnson. One hands it to McCormick, back to Johnson. Johnson looks at his coach for some direction. To Fisher. Fisher having a little trouble. Go back to Johnson. Johnson to Fisher. Over to Johnson. And there's Fisher. To McCormick for 3 in the corner. Yes! 13 points for Troy. 1 point lead for North Mason. Baker brings the ball up over to Lorien. Lorien to Baker in the corner for 3. That's short. Rebound goes to Fisher. Fisher bothered in backcourt, and he's going to be fouled. And that'll go on Lorien. That'll be his second. So we have 1 and 1 for Trey Fisher, other end. 11 points tonight. He is 2 for 2 at the free throw line. Let me see if I just put a jinx on him. Nope, got the first one. They'll get another one. 2 point lead now for North Mason. 2:24 to go in OT. Second free throw for Fisher. Got it, baby. 3 point lead for the Bulldogs. Kimmel bringing the ball back up. Over to Lorien, far side. Up top to Baker. Over to Lorien, to Kimmel, looking for Worth. Now there's Baker with it. They get it down to Worth, off his hand, out of bounds. Turnover in OT. 2:07 to go in the overtime period. 3 point lead for North Mason, 52-49. Jamal Johnson with the ball. Long past the high post to McCormick. Double team, to Johnson. Johnson to the hoop, up and in. No foul, but the little man gets in there. 5 point lead now, 146 and counting. Baker with it, still looking for the big man on the boxes. Gets it into Taylor, way outside, or way out of the box. Throws it back to Baker. Baker drives the foul line, fade away. Yes! Minute and a half to go now, and counting. 3 point lead for North Mason. Fisher with it in backcourt. Gets by Baker. Bounce it over to Johnson. Johnson will back up. Set the play. Almost ran into Fisher. Gets the ball to Fisher. Trey jab steps on Baker. Gonna run the clock down as much as possible. Over to Pearson. Pearson to Johnson, top of the key for 3. It spins in. And Baker tries to answer. No, rebound goes to Taylor. Taylor up and in. 4 point lead with 47 seconds and counting. Here comes Fisher going to get it to Johnson for 3 again. No, Campbell had it, lost it to the big man Worth. Worth's outlet is thrown away. 2 turnovers in OT being a problem here for Crosspoint. They trail by 4. Full timeout called. We'll step aside. This is Mesa Web TV, powered by HCC.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
.2 seconds to go here in overtime. North Mason ball with the lead of 4. McCormick will inbounds it. Look into backcourt and get it into Fisher in backcourt. Going to be fouled from behind by Baker. It's 1-and-1 for Fisher. Trey is 4 for 4 at the free throw line. Has 13 points. Short and dropped in, though. Give him 14 points. Get another one. Lead is now 5 for the Bulldogs. Got the next one. Kimmel quickly gets it back, takes a 3 at the top. No. Rebound. Baker comes away with it. Over to Lorien, back to Baker. Baker for 3, way outside, that's short. Rebound, Campbell had it, lost it. That'll go over to the Bulldogs. It's off of Lorien, I believe. 17.9 seconds ago in this overtime period. 59-53, North Mason with the ball in the lead. Fisher with it in backcourt. And he's gonna swing it over to Campbell, to Jamal. Johnson, now to Pearson. Pearson back to Johnson, and they will hold as the clock runs down. What a game in overtime. North Mason pulls it out, 59-53. We will take a timeout. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Slow down.
Slow down and move over.
And move over.
When you see lights,
Vests. Or reflectors.
please give us some room. Slow down and move over.
When you need us,
We've got your back.
Do you have ours?
You got our back?
You got ours? You got our back?
Please, slow down.
And move over.
If you're interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Monday, you can watch the Shelton City Commission. These live broadcasts air at 6 p.m. on the first and third Monday of each month and at 2 p.m. on the other Mondays. However, you can watch the City Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
That's my neighbor Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a big mistake. Hey, Joe. Think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have the utilities marked before you start digging?
I'm not digging very deep. It's no big deal.
No big deal.
Dad, the TV's out. Internet too.
Remember, safe digging always starts with a free call to 811. Oh, what a knucklehead.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
Well, it's celebration time for North Mason. They held off a Crosspoint in overtime, 59-52. I'm sorry, is that right? 52? Yeah, 53, excuse me. All right, so they did it behind the 15 points from Trey Fisher. 13 from Troy McCormick, 12 from Ryan Pearson. Jamal Johnson, big in overtime. He had 5 of his 10 points in overtime and 3 in the fourth quarter. 3 points for Miller Campbell, a basket for Austin Williams, a basket for Austin Knight, and a basket for Tanner Coldiron, who did not play in the second half. He had 2 points in the first quarter, and he was on the bench for the rest of the game. Not really sure what happened there. In a losing effort, however, Grant Baker for the Crosspoint Warriors had 19 points, 16 for Alex Worth, 11 for Jason Kimmel, 6 for Nathan Taylor, and a free throw for Aiden Lorian. So the Bulldogs hold off the Warriors here tonight in Belfair, keeping their streak alive against the Warriors. And yes, that is pretty much all I have to say about that. Turnovers in the overtime for Crosspoint were huge. They had 2 big turnovers, which led to points, and the final score there of 59-53. Turnovers overall, let's see here, 15 for Crosspoint, 13 for North Mason. The North Mason second half turnovers, let's see, they had 6 of them, which led to Crosspoint being able to come back. However, Crosspoint did commit a number of turnovers in the second half. Those 2 crucial ones in OT were the difference, but they had, let's see here, 12 turnovers in the second half, so quite a battle here. So next up for North Mason boys, they travel to Bremerton on Tuesday for an Olympic League battle with the Knights. As for Crosspoint, they host Pope John Paul II High School on Tuesday. And that pretty much does it from Belfair. Final again for North Mason boys. In overtime, 59-53 over Crosspoint. Earlier, the girls' game, North Mason 57, Crosspoint 29. My thanks to the staff at North Mason High School for accommodating us for this doubleheader, and thank you for tuning in. Our next broadcast will be Tuesday. It's the Shelton boys basketball team will be taking on an all-star team from from Australia on Tuesday at Oakland Bay Junior High. We'll try to get that game for you on Tuesday. If not, we'll have a boys game against Central Kitsap on it's Gig Harbor on Wednesday, sorry. So again, the finals here. North Mason comes away with a sweep of Crosspoint in Belfair tonight. The boys needed overtime to win. 59-53. And the girls won earlier, 57-29. Again, my thanks to everybody. And we'll talk to you on Tuesday.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, has been brought to you by Maple Glen Senior Living, celebrating the art of life, and Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
Thanks for watching Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.